Hello, this is David Dean, and welcome to the Goblin Cafe, where we are once again playing Dungeons and Dragons in space. Last time on Dragon Ball, wait, that's another show. Last time on the Goblin Cafe, our adventurers awoke from being rendered unconscious and taken prisoner in a ship hold. They met a young noble that they renamed Jerkface. Also met a pair of tiny fiends that wanted the captives to join their army in exchange for their freedom. A contingency of gift soldiers attacked the ship, causing its crew to flee through magical means and leaving our captives behind. With the help of a goblin gesture, they were able to escape their cages and then went on to stop the Spelljammer helm from exploding and put down a half dozen undead animals that had attacked them. And right now we're jumping right back into the initiative where we left off. Last thing I believe we saw was Scrimshaw had moved over to watch one of the helping hands drag in a freshly caught rat and place it, and then went walking off. So that was Scrimshaw. So Chirp, what do you feel like doing next?
Can I go home? No. This was fun. Goodbye, everybody. No, I am fresh out of spell slots. Mm-hmm. So that's a thing that happens at first level. Let's see here. So let's see. Let's squeeze around. Beg pardon. Excuse me. So sorry. I can get like right here, I think. Can I see anything from this position right here?
Yeah, but as you do walk in there, you suddenly see those lips appear again on the entrance to the closet. Touch or take anything and we will find you. And the lips disappear.
Oh, I don't want to take anything. And I will attempt not to touch anything. So do I see how can I help? I'm going to help by helping somebody else because she is completely unsure what to do. Okay, that was 25 feet. Okay, perfect. She's going to look at Soliana, her elf friend, and say, I don't know you very well. I don't know you well at all, but I think you're really cool.
I think you're really cool too.
I think you got this. So you can have my last bardic, and Chirp is going to help by dashing as her action.
Yeah, we're still in initiative order, but we're not in combat, so you got a little bit more leeway.
Okay, so she's going to use her action, so bonus action, bardic inspiration, and action. She's going to fetch the professor. That's where she's heading, and that will be at the end of my turn.
All right, heading back downstairs.
Yes.
All right, you can go ahead and move yourself to the Spelljammer room on the first floor.
Okay.
I'll say you get in there and we'll figure out what you see and what you say once your turn comes around again.
Excellent.
And then Soliana.
Yeah. I'm not really sure. She's mostly concerned about all of those hands, but like clearly this is not a one-person job. Those things are freaking dangerous. Almost murdered me by gouging my hand. She's gonna go check out this bedroom, I think, and take a closer look around and see if there's anything else of interest, since that seems to be where people who are in charge were sleeping. Where's my perception? Perception feels right. I could investigate as well.
No, perception, when you first walk in, if you see anything specific, I'll have you inspect it.
Okay.
And I got a little bit ahead of myself towards the end of last time. But as I said at the end of that, underneath the bed, you find a larger box crate. And if you pull that out, you will see any items in there longer than 2.5 feet that belong to you. Okay. You will also find a couple spears and 2 long swords. And that is underneath the bed. Between the coins that fell out when our helpful insectoid dropped all the items in the middle of the battle. If you include that with what you find inside of the chest, you will find all the money that had been taken from you, all that coinage. You will also find an additional 55 gold and 22 silver. You will also find a vial of silver dust worth 150 gold pieces.
Okay, cool.
And then you'll find a bunch of random short swords, maces, just fighting equipment in there. And then the one thing not put on here is there's a nightstand between the bed and the wall. And on that, there is a lady's purse with a few gold coins falling out of it.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a look in there and see if there's anything else of interest.
All right. You go and grab the purse. Right when you put your hand in it, you immediately see a pair of lips appear.
Yeah.
And get your hand out of there.
Fair. I'm gonna start putting on my my leather armor again.
Yeah.
Just push it into the corner and don't want to deal with that right now.
All right, let's go ahead and hop to the next person. Flo, what do you got going on in the room?
I think kind of the same thing. We already cleared out most of this room. There's still one chest we haven't unlocked, right? Like over here?
There's a heavy iron one you attempted and just nothing. You did notice it's an extremely heavy one for its size, and it had a good size lock on it.
Oh, okay. In that case, I think I'll also go to this room and claim my equipment.
All right.
Get my glaive and drum.
Yeah, definitely find it. Drum in the chest, the glaive under the bed.
And then let's see. And then yeah, I already collected the door and wooden planks from this, at least from this side. And I don't want to stray too far from these guys.
No.
So yeah, I'll start heading. I'll say like just right to here.
All right.
And say, yeah, I'm ready to keep exploring the other rooms if you guys are ready.
And then that will move us on to Tinker Dust.
Okay. I recall from last week that you said that somewhere in this room, I think next to the bloody desk, there was like peg legs.
Yes.
Okay.
And some
I
hooks.
want some peg legs and hooks because Tinker Dust is still trying to, as you can see, trying to establish her identity as a pirate in this new life. And she's seen a lot of pirates with like peg legs and hooks, and she feels like they might be useful. She's not exactly sure how that's going to look, but I would like to grab one peg leg and one hook from wherever I think it's in that bin that was also like a
Oh no, they're just
fridge.
piled on the floor.
Oh, okay. Just, wow. Cool. So she's going to take like the gnarliest, most menacing looking hook and the smallest peg leg because she's quite petite.
Yeah.
So she
There's
will
one
take those.
appropriately sized for you. The hook is nasty. It is very
Perfect. These things might come in. They might come in useful. I can't remember her voice from last week.
No, that was it. I got it.
Oh, okay. And then she saw her very strong friend with the cool ponytail leave. But she also looks back over at the desk and she sees that book. And when she had opened it the last time, all of these undead creatures attacked her.
Yes.
And she's like, this is danger. So she wants to like make sure the book is closed.
Okay.
And she doesn't want to leave it out there because someone might activate it again. Because right, anyone really, why would you think that a book like this and these undead creatures would come alive? So she's gonna take that too, and she hears everyone like getting dressed in armor and like finding their stuff, and she's gonna go past. So she's gonna take the book, the peg leg, and the hook, and she's gonna go and get her stuff in this room. She doesn't have armor because she has like that armored casing, but she's also going to observe the cute little hand in the cat bed. And she's like, we've dealt with all the danger here, so perhaps we can we can move on and find some more wood. What do you think? This bed, do you think this would help if we took the bed? Would that help plug the hole up that's down there?
Let's like continue our inventory first before we get rid of the beds. We might want some beds.
People who sleep, I don't understand. I just have to basically put myself
really
into.
Like it. They seem to really like it though.
Oh, it's so strange.
And they are soft. It's
Yeah,
comfy.
I mean, I don't have skin. I don't know what these words mean.
Fair point.
Yeah, that's Tinkerdeath's turn.
All right, back to Scrimshaw.
right.
Actually, I'll say before you start, you suddenly feel a little bit of life come to the ship. You feel just a little bit of movement, and then there starts to be air flow moving into the rooms and stuff. And you know, as your time on different ships, most ships that work do have sails on them that are spelljammers. They will, when the spelljammer is active, it will produce movement of the air so that sails and stuff can be used to help steer it. So you feel that happening.
That's a good sign then. Yeah. I'm probably gonna go see if I can just pick up my I think I have thieves tools. Maybe I just have I have thieves tools. Mm-hmm. Go fetch my thieves tools so I can go check out this box, the big heavy box that's in the room.
Yep, easy enough to do. You don't even have to move your token down to get them. And yeah, you can go check out the box.
All right. I'd like to first make sure it's not trapped.
All right, give me a roll.
Set off some sort of necromantic sort of thing.
Do you want to poke it with my peg leg? I haven't touched it yet.
No, I'm good. I got a 9 though, so it's
no trap.
All right,
it's fine. I'll try to pick it open.
All right, give me a check.
Let's see. Dex plus my proficiency, so it'll be 7.
7. Mm-hmm. All right. All of you hear a loud explosion.
Mm-hmm.
You see like not an actual fireball, but yes, a ball of fire going off, and you take 7 points of fire damage.
Okay, I'm unconscious.
Our friend.
All right. I guess that finishes.
That's apparently all I can do.
Well, fortunately, I was waiting for that to happen when all 5 of you were in the room, and it's like, this could be bad.
That finishes our adventure.
So you took one for the team.
GG.
Sure. You round the corner down below to go in and check on your the new gnome and brain in the jar, and immediately you hear an explosion from upstairs.
You just hear this like chirping sound.
The brain in the jar's eyes go to you, and Tebow Zimbers looks over at you as if you can explain this.
Professor, and Chirp is like running and out of breath. And she's like, we need help. Oh, we need a lot of help. So there was like this mouth that was in a wall, and it was yelling at us, and this really mean voice, and said, "Don't touch anything, or bad things would happen." And now I don't know what that was, but that wasn't me. And I'm really hoping that was a sound that was supposed to happen. But we need help. There was a hand, and there was crawling places, and it was really scary, and we had to fight a whole bunch of like things that were not alive but were alive. It was very confusing and very upsetting, and now there's explosions happening, and I'm fresh out of spell slots. Please help.
I am a brain in a jar. My ability to help in this situation is extremely limited, and from the appearance, your Herdozi friend seems to be laying unconscious, and a bit of the fur on her face has been removed. You may want to get up there as soon as possible. Tebow, yes, Zebo is a little bit limited as well.
Oh, but what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to like just not touch anything? Like, is everything on the boat gonna make those loud noises? I don't want to be on a boat that makes loud noises.
That's why I like sitting here in the chair. It's very safe and comfy. And I wish you the best.
It's okay, guys. I have spell slots and I have cure wounds.
Okay.
But you're unconscious.
I know.
I don't know this. There's a reassuring voice from beyond the grave, but I don't know what's happening. All right, so I guess she is going to use her. Gosh, Chirp is so scared right now. So Chirp is going to use her action to do the chameleon carapace, which means her body is able. She doesn't wear armor because she's an insect creature and has a hard outer shell. And as she's not wearing armor, what else happens? She can change color.
Yeah.
So she goes from her pretty purpley nebula kind of appearance to like blending in much like an octopus to blend in with the surroundings of the ship as she's running down the stairs. So she'll move her 30 feet as far down as she can get to the stairwell, advising her friends as she goes, "The professor can't help us. We're on our own. We're all gonna die." End of turn.
Yeah, you're kind of looking like a stick bug, I guess now. It's all brown, looking like the wood of the ship.
You don't see her. Well, you see her. Like you see her outline. You see her hat. You see little bits of her, but she like blends in with the ship as she moves. So she's camouflaged.
All right. So Leanna, we'll say that you got your armor on.
Okay. She hears the explosion. Oh my God. And she's going to go rushing in to see what just happened. Can I do a medicine check to try to stabilize?
Absolutely.
Perfect. I think 14. Yes. Perfect. Oh my goodness. And she'll see, does she see where like the explosion came from in the first place?
I would say you could indicate it from the little blasts pattern coming out from it, that it probably came from the iron chests.
Is
the
it
desk.
Open now?
What's that?
Is it open now?
Oh no.
Okay. All right.
The fires, the flowers in the flower bed have been torched. The desk right next to it, that was a nice clean white desk, is all covered in soot and in really bad shape. And the books look a little charred. And yeah, so we will move on to Flo.
Wait, it's me already?
Yeah. Exciting times. Things are happening.
I also like how I went to my character sheet. Like I could do something as a barbarian to help with the situation. It's like, oh yeah, I can attack.
Yeah. That's job is to make people unconscious, not to, bring them back.
Yeah, I'm not great at the opposite thing. I will run in here, even though there's not much I can do to help out. It's like, what was that? Are we being attacked again? And I have my glaive out ready to go.
All right.
And
so you're just hanging out there?
I guess I don't really know what the best course of action right now. And I don't want to leave anyone behind.
All right.
Because then this happens.
Yeah, every time you walk away, that's when things get exciting. So, Tinker Dust.
Scrimshaw, because of the check, conscious or just stable?
They are stable.
Okay.
So still unconscious, 0 hit points, but stable. So she does not need to do death saves, basically.
Making sure.
Okay, so Tinker Dust is going to run in and be like, oh no, Scrimshaw. Tinker Dust also has no healing spells.
That's fine. You can leave me for 1d4 hours. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I was just going to double check that with you. What is the roll for unconscious? Actually, I'll let you roll it. Go ahead, Tinker Dust.
Well, I was going to see if there was any like like you said that she had some like singed fur, so it just kind of
Oh,
smells
yeah.
like burning monkey fur. But
And it's
like,
still
did any of
smoking a bit.
Oh, but like Scrimshaw has some like cool like bracers and like if there's anything like clothing and stuff that's damaged, I'm gonna cast mending on it because I'm like I wish I could heal you. And instead I'll just cast mending and kind of repair any clothing items.
I still
All
have
right,
like
that
my
will
little
work.
thin pipe clenched in my teeth.
Yeah, because that got broken, so I'm like I gotta fix this so when she's awake she can smoke and she'll feel a lot better.
Yeah, she would probably be very upset if that had gotten broken.
Yeah, so I fix it.
Make a new
That'll be my turn.
All right. Scrimshaw, how long are you out for?
3 hours.
3 hours at least.
Oh God.
So all you guys, all you ladies know is that she is unconscious. And
There's a
looking
bed.
singed.
There's
In the
thieves'
other
tools
room.
here if you all want to go picking locks for
Yeah,
things.
thieves' tools are
No,
laying
good.
all over the place.
No.
You may
Okay,
want to do mending on those. There's
Okay.
at least 2 of them are broken.
They're just sticks.
All right. That's as much as the unconscious person can do. Get back on Chirp.
All right, Chirp is going to. Do I have enough movement to get into the room?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Chirp is going to get into the room and very quickly relay telepathically. The professor says he can't do anything to help, and I'm really, really sorry that he can't do anything to help. And there's an explosions and what happened? What happened to Scrimshaw? And she just like panics and says, it's okay. And she's like, you see all of the arms moving around, but also she blends in with the background, so it's really weird and a little unsettling the whole time. It's just there's limbs going everywhere and antennas and this little this stick creature is just like she's gonna she's 6 seconds. She is going to think quickly on all 6 of her limbs and pick up Scrimshaw, if that's okay with Scrimshaw. Pick her up and use any remaining movement to try to head towards one of the beds that she heard little voices saying, "There's beds," and she's like, "I don't know what a bed is, but that's where people go when they're hurt. So I'll put her in the bed." And
Nobody
then
uses beds in this whole group.
I think
Except for
so.
me.
Yeah.
it's just
People with
Scrimshaw.
skin.
Yeah.
People with skin like them.
I was worried about that today, so I actually had to make up a chart because every person does something different for sleeping in this group, which never had to deal with that before. So, all right, we get Scrimshaw over to the bed, unless somebody ejects, which I don't think anybody does.
Just gonna get her to safety. The plan is to get her somewhere safe and get her far away so that if there's more explosions, the person who knows how to sail the ship doesn't die.
Is there still the bugbear hand here, like with the dead rat?
Nope, the
and
hands
cat
have
bed?
left.
Okay.
Yep, they dropped off the dead rat and went looking for more, I guess.
All right.
Right.
All right,
I'm gonna
and
do.
then Chirp, so Soliana.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next plan.
Mhm.
But I'm also not very strong, so I'm very glad I didn't have to drag poor Scrimshaw. Soliana's says to everyone, I'm gonna go take a look at some of the other rooms and see what else is going on here. And she's going to go across the hall to check out this first bedroom.
Yes. And actually, I will describe both of them because they're basically the same.
Okay.
There are bunk beds in there, but they're actually beds, decent shape. And they have a desk in there, looks like hardly ever used except for maybe taking private meals. They have foot lockers at the end. You see some rugged clothing in there, stuff to hold up wool, things like that, and just pants, undershirt, loincloth, all that good stuff.
Okay.
So
She's gonna have a seat and start ritual casting detect magic before she touches anything. And she's gonna call that out. Just give me 10 minutes and then I can try to scan the whole area and hopefully that'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll be her for a bit.
All right. So you are ritually casting detect magic, and we will move on to Flo.
Let's see. I think, yeah, Tinker Dust mentioned worrying about the hands, and I'll let everyone know. No, it's fine. Zibo said if you don't mess with the hands, they won't mess with you. They're perfectly harmless.
Oh, Celiana's hands look messed up.
So Scrimshaw should be safe in here, and good. I will basically. Where do I want to? Yeah, I'll stay on guard, kind of out here, so I can defend Celiana and Scrimshaw, and take. Yeah. Okay. Let's wait for 10 minutes. You can see, like, after a minute, she's already jittery and kind of bored, tapping on her drum a little bit. Almost done.
Right.
After a minute.
Tinker Dust. We have one person unconscious. We have 2 people hanging out for 10 minutes.
And there's broken thieves' tools, I believe you said.
Yep.
So I'm going to look at the thieves' tools that are on the ground in front of the chest. I'm going to look at the chest. And I'm going to be like, hi, I think I know what she was doing. And then I'm going to pick up the thieves' tools and I'm going to mend them. And then I'm going to like tuck them into my bag, which also randomly has a peg leg and a hook and a book with spells on how to animate dead animals, which just feels kind of right. And then, yeah, I'm, you know, I don't think I'm gonna try that chest because that ended really badly for Scrimshaw. So Tinker Dust is gonna look around. She heard Celiana being like, I need like privacy for 10 minutes. And she's like, whatever, girl. And she's gonna keep going. And she wants to look in this. She pushes the door open. She's very small. She's probably only like, I don't know, 3.5 feet tall. So she kind of like pushes with both hands to get into this dining room looking room or whatever is there. Maybe you can describe that to me.
That is what would be usually the officer galley, which is just not a nice dining room, but it is decent for 6 people to eat at one time. It's currently set up with. And as I said before, it has wooden silverware, fork and spoon. I guess you bring your own knife. And then just some wooden plates in there. You do have another flower bed, once again, in front of the window. Those flowers have not been lit on fire, so they're still looking halfway decent.
And I saw like a fancy looking staff come out of the last flower bed while I was fighting undead cats and rats. So Tinker Dust is gonna like just look around in the flowers gently and like enjoy the smell that she can kind of. She's a robot, so she doesn't really. I don't know, actually. She's gonna pretend because she sees people sniffing flowers, so she's like, yeah, I don't breathe. And
I don't know why people like this. This is weird.
That's right. You don't
Maybe
breathe.
If I keep trying.
So,
yeah. So I probably don't smell. I can't feel anything. I don't know, like beds, flowers, but they look nice. So I'll look in the flower bed, and that'll be my turn.
All right. And then moving on, Scrimshaw unconscious. Chirp.
Right. Well, she's afraid of whatever made all those fire things over there. That was scary. So I think with Scrimshaw safely tucked in bed and looking alive, she's gonna see if she can find a healing potion somewhere. So she's going to, I think we'll start. What this is like is this like a officers type accommodations, like the captain's quarters?
The one you're in, the brain in the jar referred to as the captain's quarters.
Okay. And what is this room? I know I'm cheating. I know I can't really see it, but what's this room?
Oh, you can move over there.
All right. Can I go into there? I'm gonna go get captain's quarters. What's this room over here?
That is, once again, like down below, you found a room, basically the same shape, filled up with sails, a little bit of lumber, some poles, and a couple boxes of tools, saws, hammers.
Okay.
So maintenance closet.
A maintenance closet. Okay, so she's gonna, let's start there. Let's do a little investigation and see if there's anything that, maybe they have a first aid kit. Maybe they have something she doesn't know. She's hoping. I mean, maybe they store the healing potions in with the sails. I don't know how spelljammers work. That's a 14.
A 14.
Mhm.
You think you've looked through all of it, and no, there's nothing remarkable besides more stuff to take care of the ship with.
All right, well, that'll be my turn.
All right. So Leanna's out for 10 minutes and then back. Flo, you still standing there?
Yep, but do I see the maintenance tools over here or no?
Yeah, take
Okay,
one step
Sure,
forward,
know
you see
that.
them.
Sure.
Don't go looking for healing potions. There's no healing potions in here.
Sure. Zebo said we needed the tools to help repair the holes.
Oh, right, yes.
Okay, so and then are these doors knocked down as well?
Yep.
Or
The
not that
only
one?
door up here not knocked down is the captain's, and you've been going in and out of that one.
Okay, so Trip has the tools. I'm still standing guard, but of course I am impatient, so I'll go ahead and grab number around here from the broken doors.
Yeah.
And at least start stacking it over here so we can easily take it down later.
All right.
Keep myself busy and distracted, but not straying too far from people and potential explosions.
Okay.
Is the door to the lavatory broken now? Just
It's no
this
longer
one.
there. It got
Okay.
taken downstairs.
They have a public washroom.
Yeah,
So
the
the
Jack and Jill
privacy.
doors are there, but the
Yeah.
one straight out, no. That's
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
what even is that room? Why does it
Yes,
need
I
a
was
door? Why was it
again.
blocked off?
Yeah.
I mean,
What are these?
2 to 3 of us might need it, but
Not if you have a shy bladder.
all right.
Sorry.
True. All right, Flo, Tinker Dust, what you got?
All right. So did I see anything in the flowers in this
No,
room?
there was nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing
I sniffed.
remarkable.
It was unsatisfactory. I'm like, wow, this sucks. And then I don't think we've gone into this room yet.
Yeah, that is broken down, the door.
Okay.
And I think Scrimshaw just poked her head in there once before or something. But it is, as you can see, there's a great big catapult there.
Cool.
You have above you like a half deck that comes out to about where you're at right now, freeing it up so the catapult can launch from that level. Then you got these 4 massive crates all around it.
Are they like, I want to look in these crates. Maybe there's something that can help Scrimshaw in here, or, might just be cool. Can I look
When you
into-
open it up, it is the 2 front ones are full of just mini boulders, large rocks, stuff to load up into the catapult. The back ones, same thing. In one of them, the other one has a half dozen crossbows and a half dozen longbows.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I guess this is for defensive maneuvers. So when you walk out next to the catapult, so can you see all of space
You
around
are
you?
looking out into wild space, and once again, and Flo had seen it before. When you look out now, you just see this massive ship graveyard. All these different ships, some you will recognize like a Illithid's ship, a dragon ship, and just a bunch of different ones. There's even ones, and you're still not sure what kind of ship you're on because you're inside of it. But you see one that has the basically like eyes coming out to the side and has a front just like yours that's cut in half. And you see the 2 pieces just floating kind of beside themselves.
We definitely don't want that to happen to this ship. So she's gonna walk up to the mast there, and she's gonna throw her arms back and have her moment, of course. She's like, I just don't get.
Roll a dexterity check.
Oh God!
all out of the ship.
Oh no.
15. 15.
15. No problem.
Yay. I tumble backwards into the catapult. Yeah. Whew, well, that got a little, it was worth it. That was totally worth it. And then she's gonna come back around and that will be her turn.
All right. Scrimshaw still unconscious on to Chirp.
Flo asked me to carry tools, so I have 4 hands and as many tools as I can put in those 4 hands. So you see like the like camouflage with tools walking up the stairs, making so much noise.
All right, heading down to Zebo.
Yep. Zebo, I have tools, Zebo. Flo told me you needed tools, and Flo is carrying doors because that's a thing she can do. And I'm carrying tools because I'm assisting.
All right, when you come in this time, now you're a little more focused because an explosion isn't going off right behind you. And you see Zebo, instantly when you start coming in, he turns his back towards you and seems to be fidgeting. Most like, actually do an insight check.
Okay.
You have no idea. She rolled a 7, so yep, he just seems to be fidgeting with something. You do see that box on the wall that had a metal frame, but it looked like glass panels had all busted out where the hole was. The hole is still there, but now a pipe is running through there as if it's been like bypassed. And so it finishes up the run of the pipes there. But you also notice that on the pipes, there's a lot of kind of bloody marks on them where somebody was working on them. And
are these unsafe working conditions? Zebo, we follow workplace health and safety here.
I'm sorry. I had to get it back up and going. I didn't want to leave you all stranded here, but I got it working again, and then you see this like magical hand with a floating hand with a rag go up and just start rubbing it and cleaning it up, making it nice and neat, while Zebo is facing you and has his back to it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll clean up if you give me a little bit. I just need a little bit more time to make sure we're all good here, and then maybe I could get a rest.
Of course, Zebo. Of course, of course. We're not bad guys. I don't think we are anyway. I'm not a bad guy. I'm Chirp. Yeah. You tell us what you need, right, Flo? And she like elbows Flo and then apologizes because her elbow would like go into Flo a little bit.
Yeah, it doesn't stop.
Oh, sorry.
It's a little slimy.
A little bit.
Yeah. I remember you didn't even eat me when you gave me that hug, and that was really nice of you. Yeah. I think it's just been a long time since I've had a rest, but the ship is up and going. I just keep. I don't think the ladies can get to us all that quick, but it's just there in my mind, and I keep thinking about it and worrying about it. And yeah, but yeah, I think we're okay. If you want to fix that hole over in the pantry, that would be nice. And if Flo wants to get the one in here, that would be great.
Yes, sir. And she salutes with 2 of her forearms and it's off.
All right, we will hop on over. So Leanna still just chilling out in the room.
Yep.
All right. 2. And Flo, are you downstairs? Are you heading downstairs?
Yeah, I'll say I'll head down with all the lumber I collected.
All right. As Soliana is sitting there meditating, doing your ritual casting, you see that lady's hand come in, and it's dragging that stick you had, and then the bugbear hand comes in.
Uh-huh.
Do you do anything?
She's gonna move away from this. She doesn't like this. Just like back away. Like,
Yes.
all right,
Is like one
the
hand just
room is
like
yours.
hitting the stick into the other hand?
No, they each grab an end of the stick and pop it, break it,
Oh,
and they let go
dear.
of it and run off.
I see you. I'm noting this. This is not over. If they leave, she'll go back to casting Detect Magic. She's gonna
Yeah.
climb up onto the top bunk and cast it there.
Gather all your supplies. move them
Yep.
over.
Mm.
All right. Making friends. All right. So Flo is back downstairs. And you're fixing the hole, or what are you doing?
I'll run back up really quick and grab the last number,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll let Tinkerdust and Soliana know. I'm gonna be downstairs fixing the hole. If you need anything, let me know. Don't die. And I run back down and start fixing the hole.
All right, I'll try my best.
All right. So we got 2 people fixing holes. I'm going to say, to make it work out, that takes about 9 minutes and 48 seconds. So you're done at the same time. So Leanna is done with her ritual casting,
Mm.
and we'll put it back on her. So now you got your detect magic up and going.
So for the next 10 minutes, she's going to try to tour as much of the ship as she can and just make a mental note of anything that might be obviously dangerous. Obviously, if it's like a mundane trap, she's not going to detect that, but hopefully the magical traps will turn up.
Well, first, because of the spell jamming helm up and running, for a moment, you're almost blinded by it. But fortunately, you've probably had experience with this, so you know it's coming. And I'm going to say your detect magic, normally it's 30 feet, I believe.
I think so. That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's down to 15 feet that you can distinguish any type of magic outside of the spell jamming magic that inhabits all of the ship.
Cool.
So, yep, you can move around. You know that it penetrates wood walls without issue.
Mm-hmm.
So, show me the path you're walking.
Can we walk with Soliana?
Sure.
We're in the
I
fair,
mean, I
baby.
said you finished up at the same time. So
she'll take the hall, pop her head in here, down the hall to the galley, pop her head in there.
actually, when you go through here on the ship, you can see something glowing on the other side of the wall, some type of illusion magic.
Which wall?
Through that right there is another, used to be doorway that's been boarded over.
Yeah.
Like the other one. And you know from standing in there, that's where the rack of shoes is on the other side of it.
She'll pop around to the side and take a look to see what is the illusion magic.
All right. First, when you come in, you see illusion magic right on the edge of that door, right where the lips appeared.
Okay.
And of course, when you walk in, you hear it once again. Touch or take anything, and we will find you.
Yeah. She continues on. Taking a look inside.
You also noted another one back over here.
Okay.
And with the shoe rack on the side, there's some purses and bags hanging. And then on the other side, there's costume jewelry that you know isn't worth very much. But there is basically just a leather strap with a little bitty horn on it. And that is registering as illusionary magic.
Okay. She'll poke it and see what happens.
Nada. Nothing.
Float.
I'll point it out. This is illusion magic as well. I'll pop my head in here.
And nope, nothing registering as magic.
Okay, she'll go back to where she was initially, pop her head into the galley.
Nothing there.
And then through here.
And nothing. And I can save us a lot of time here because this spell will last until you can do the entire ship.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else radiating magic.
Okay, cool. All right. She's gonna see. Well, she'll let everyone know that we probably won't run into any more magical traps, probably. And there's a couple of other things that we haven't interacted with in a meaningful way that are still magical. And then she'll start trying to help patch holes and whatever else needs doing.
The other thing, if you went around the rest of the ship, because there's ship parts of it you haven't explored yet.
Yeah. So she
And
wants
Flo,
to.
you're going with her as she does all this?
Yep. And then
All right.
like if there's something you're worried about interacting with, even though I know there's nothing magical, I will use the pseudopod for you.
And
Cool.
Chirp, what are you doing during this time?
Oh, what am I doing? Chirp is going to stay together because a party should always stay together. She's gonna
All
follow her friends.
And Stardust.
So Tinkerdust has heard about things called slumber parties, but she's never actually had one before. So she's gonna go into this amazing walk-in closet and like grab some fluffy white dress to put on like pajamas. And then she's gonna hang out with Scrimshaw and like tell her jokes and stories, even though she's unconscious because she doesn't understand the concept. And she's like, maybe we could like make this peg like a unicorn horn. And so, yeah, I'm just going to hang out with Scrimshaw.
All right. When you walk back into the captain's room, actually roll a perception check.
It's like the most quiet version of Never Have I Ever
Yeah.
at any slumber party.
Exactly. I rolled a 5.
Roll a 5. You do not notice anything.
Everything
So
looks
you're
great.
engrossed in the story and your excitement of, ooh, I'm interacting with an unconscious Herdozi.
Yeah. And I have this like I would have picked something that looks like a nightgown. So it has like a high like collar and it like goes way down to the floor. It's way too long for me. And I'm waving this peg leg around telling a story.
Okay.
That's the image.
All right. The other 3 of you head out on the deck. You see strewn out on the deck, 3 dead lizardmen and 5 dead orcs. The lizardmen are wearing leather armor. They have bows either on them or dropped beside them. And they also have swords on them, except for the one Scrimshaw took some items off of. You notice 2 of the lizard men have been shot, and it looks like that's what took them down. One of the lizard men, though, blood is coming from its ears and does not have any wounds on it that you can see. And the same thing with the orcs. The 3 of them seem like they have either been shot or hit by arrow or crossbow bolts, actually. And the other 2 have bled from the ear. The orcs are wearing scale armor and have shields and have crossbows either slung on them or sitting beside them.
Okay. The one lizard man, you said bleeding as in present tense. Do you mean past tense or is it still alive?
Well, past tense.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was gonna check on it. She'll do a quick check.
They're dead.
Okay. Yeah. It's good to know one way or another. Okay. She'll continue on to check out the rest of the ship.
And
I
actually,
mean, that didn't stop the animals.
yeah, Flo,
That's fair.
True.
you
Got
have
that book here
never
still.
seen outside really, except for the time you stick your head outside of the Spelljammer room through the hole. So I'm going to need a Constitution check on you, as suddenly your vision goes really wide, and then it starts caving into a little point.
Con save or con check?
Con check.
Are we all gonna get space sick?
No.
Uh-oh, that's an 8.
You just see Flo looking at it all, taking it all in. and backwards she goes, and she just spreads out, unconscious
okay?
on the
okay, Flo?
floor.
Also unconscious.
Oh,
So Leanna will go over there. Like this actually might be the best bet. When she comes to, it'll either overwhelm her, in which case she's already just flat on the deck, or she'll be fine, and then she can get used to it a little bit. The vertigo it's rough.
could
You
you attempt to scoop her into her drum? Would that be acceptable?
get a squeegee.
Could we just put her in
Get like a shovel.
You can try anything you want to.
I would like to, with Jamie's permission, I would like to attempt to safely put Flo back into her drum, which I've seen her go into before, because that's what she was in when we first met. So I assume it's a safe, cozy place for her.
Oh, well, she was in a box the first time you met.
Oh, right, she was in a box.
Locked in.
She was.
Is your drum hollow on the other
Is your
side?
box like?
empty?
It doesn't have a resonant drum. It doesn't have a bottom.
Okay,
Flo
so
would
you can
usually
flip it
do,
around
you
and
can-
put
you
her
know,
in
yeah,
it.
you can flip it around and put herself inside.
Yep,
Put her in it.
and the hide would be
Okay.
treated, so it would be waterproof. So
I don't know. We're
you're
gonna
doing
find
that
out.
with your forearms. You're just grabbing this goo and
Trying not to play with it like slime. It's really hard. Not to- You're like, "Mwah!"
Some of that glitter. from
Like,
the
like I said,
glitter.
it's like this background.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, I just imagine that. Oh, but yeah, Chirp, the happy little bug. Just
It
I'm
feels
gonna
so
help my friend.
calm. It's just so calming.
All right. While you're out there, you notice all the ships, all the wrecks. You are on the edge of it, but they are all floating, moving around. Don't know if you want to look for anything specific. You've been on ships enough. You kind of know to look out into the gravitational plane, and you see pieces of wood, a few orcs, a few lizardmen slowly floating off out away from the ship. And you notice the bottom wing on the ship has some heavy tears into it.
Good to know.
But besides that, you can keep on moving. You also see in the back two doors, two sets of stairs to go up to the aft castle, and the aft castle has some stuff going on up there. So
Can I use what's it called? Where is it? Thorn whip to pull some of those bodies back and any other like bits of wreckage. It targets a creature specifically, but out of combat, I figure.
yeah, but what is the reach?
30 feet.
30 feet. The further it's all clear out to 10 feet.
Mhm.
And then there is let me roll for it. 3 bodies that you are still within reach.
Okay. So I'll try to
So-
grab them and pull them back.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for it because you'll get them eventually.
Grab
It's
the
a cantrip.
freshest looking ones. Get the freshest looking ones.
The freshest looking.
So Leanna looks a little concerned by that. Like,
Yeah, I know. That's how I was too.
why?
All
Why are you
Well, you don't want to waste the rotten ones. You want fresh ones.
okay?
We're
that
gonna
converts it.
need lots
All
of
right.
rations for this trip.
All
I
right.
have the body part fridge, remember? In the captain's quarters. We're set.
But
Figured
you
out
have the
something better.
freshest ones.
Unfortunately, since your whip actually pulls magically something 10 feet up to you,
Mhm.
you don't even have to make a strength check to get them up on board.
Yep.
So you get the
Just
3
hit 'em a
orcs
few
up there.
times. Cool.
All right. Let's see. Tinker Dust, you are in there. Go ahead and make another perception check.
Okay, so I'm half paying attention. I'm telling Scrimshaw all about the ship graveyard that we're in, about this vision that I had about becoming this mechanical unicorn. And it was weird because I don't dream that I had this vision. And it was really a perception roll of 3. So
You still do. You are good. The story goes on.
story goes on. Scrimshaw's have nightmares. Does not even realize why.
It's like a whole guy just hiding in the corner, hoping you don't see it.
in this ridiculous white dress that does not fit me and probably has like dead animal blood on it now. So yeah.
All right. Chirp. In the time it takes Soliana to get 3 orcs pulled on board, you have gotten all of the goo into the drum, all gathered nice and neat.
Minus the bit in the cracks.
And some of it's like scraping it
You
off of
do-
it.
Actually, you do a perception check as well.
Oh, okay. I'm actually pretty good at that. Let's see.
Okay. You notice that not only in this area, but wherever Flo has walked and on your arm, it seems like it leaves slime behind you, got some on you, but it also seems to clean everything. You see everywhere she walks after the slime dries, it's actually a little bit cleaner, and you can see the marks where she has been and hasn't been.
Uh-oh.
You just hear like chirping because she's thinking about it in her head, and in her head she's like not telepathically. She's like, interesting, very interesting.
Just start
I have
accidentally
some-
throwing the drum out in places. Whoops.
Yeah, poor Selena just hears like all this like the mandibles clacking loudly and like this like rapid movement, like a little bee dance.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
That's
Now we know who gets to
adorable.
swab the decks.
Does it smell pine fresh though? Honestly.
But you haven't done anything yet. You finished that. So what do you want to do?
Yeah,
now?
I got her in the drum, so I'm gonna carry. Does the drum have like a strap on it, Jamie, or is it just like
Yeah.
Mhm.
a?
Has a
Okay,
nice
so
little
she's
strap on it.
she like put it across her back so she can carry Flo safely, and she's going to take Flo and check out. Are these doors still intact? Have we kind of gone in here and poked
They
around? a
have
bit?
been broken down.
Okay, let's go poke around in this room up here and see
All right.
what we can see.
Looking in there, there is a single bed. Seems a little bit nicer than the others. You see a large chest. If you look in there, you will just find more clothing. A little bit nicer, but it looks like it was clothing probably for a large lizard man.
I'm
And-
roughly the size of a large lizard man.
Yes.
This is very exciting.
Yeah, it even has a hole for where the tail comes out. So,
Excellent.
your
Excellent.
thorax, that would work great.
I can make this work. I can make this work.
Strange sentences I never thought I would say. But and I'll let you know out here, if you just looked into it, you would have seen not the bed, but actually 4 more cots. 2 rows of 2 at 2 feet high, 2 at 4 foot high.
Okay, some more crew quarters. She's gonna remark as she's like looking around. She's gonna remark to both Flo and Soliana, in their telepathically in their head. She's gonna say, "There are so many rooms with beds. We should once the threat of us dying is gone, and we can sail this ship peacefully wherever we're going, we should renovate all of these rooms. This would be a lovely music room, and over here this could be like a little kitchenette dining room. These are great rooms. We just have to get rid of all of these beds." And she'll just continue yammering on about why are there so many bunks and what are we going to do with them all.
Soliana, while like reeling in these orcs, will like call over. I think Zebo was saying like the normal crew complement is like 20 people or so.
She counts in her like hands. Oh, that is definitely more than our number.
Yeah.
I suppose do they have like a job board posting anywhere here? Is there like an internship program?
Probably there is a job posting somewhere. We can probably do that.
We'll have to figure that one out. Especially when she knocks on the drum, when our friends are not unconscious.
Yes. One thing at a time.
Yes. And yeah, you head in there. Soliana, you're done bringing in the orcs. What do you feel like doing?
She'll continue on exploring a little bit. Pop over here.
With
I guess it's the same room.
yeah, that was the room with the
Okay.
hammocks.
she'll check the other side and check out this room back
All
here.
right, you head in. I figure you're going in together. That is a crew dining room. Not necessarily as nice, and actually not chairs, a bench for people to get in there, eat. And as soon as you walk in, and actually your magic would ping a bit, necrotic.
Okay.
You see this skeleton in actually dressed up in nice gear, grab a stack of plates and start heading over to the table and starts putting down plates. Another skeleton in the other corner grabs off a table a tray of silverware and cups and starts placing them around the table when you enter.
Okay. I feel like Soliana looks a little bit surprised at first, but I feel like she's seen weirder things. So she's just gonna say, thank you, and check out, continue through the room to check out this.
There's
back
more in the
here.
room. I wanted to know what you did
Okay.
about the skeletons
Yep.
before
Nope.
going any further.
She thanked them politely.
Aw.
Also, the back wall, there is all these ledges, nicer shelves than you saw before. And on each one, there is a skull of a different humanoid type creature. So you see human, lizard man, orc, gif, and they've all been bleached, whitewashed, and painted up. I'm not sure if you ever seen like the sugar skulls or Day of the Dead skulls. They are brightly painted up with the three primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, like that. And they are all sitting up there on the wall.
She'll admire them for a little bit.
Okay. Where you're heading over, you actually see on the table against the back wall, there's two tables split for that. And then actually that's kind of like, looks like a little kid's door, maybe about 3 foot high and stuff. And you open it up. And basically you see a crawlway to get into the back part of the ship. And there's really nothing in there.
Okay. Cool. This area is interesting. Is it just like an additional hold?
It looks like the way it's fabricated, it would not be as strong or sturdy to be able to hold very much.
Okay.
And yeah, basically the tail of your ship.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and you do see the rigging of the gears and stuff, everything to move that back sail.
Okay.
And that's what it's mainly for.
Very cool. I think we covered this area then.
Mm-hmm.
Walk up onto the deck at the top, how about?
Yes.
Here.
It's kind of a poop deck and it's kind of an aft castle, trying to look up all these nautical terms. It kind of works for both. Yes, you get up there and that catapult is totally shredded. It has taken massive damage. It is on a platform though, you notice, that can be swiveled and turned. You see off to the side where there are several long poles. It's not difficult to figure out. You've done on ships where these poles go into the placement of that catapult, and then everybody lifts and attempts to turn. It usually takes like 10 crewmen to turn that thing.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yep, but now you're getting a really good look out over your ship. You can see the one main sail. You do have a crow's nest up top, and it looks like something is up in the crow's nest. Really not. Actually, do a perception check, both you and Chirp.
I got a nat 1.
A nat
Or
1 and a
6.
13. I'm going to say Chirp sees it because it's not trying to hide. Up in the crow's nest, the pole goes up a little bit higher, and you see that bugbear hand up there, just holding it with the wind going through its fur. And
Wow.
just up there seem to be enjoying the breeze
It
or
seems to
hiding
be-
from somebody. Who knows?
the hand, the helping hand is up there, and it doesn't seem to be hurting us, but it is there.
Frowns at it.
Yeah, it could be watching you. You don't know, spying on you from above.
Trip waves at it with her 4 hands. Hello.
It's holding on to the post, so you really don't know if it's not seeing you or it just doesn't want to let go.
We were informed that as long as we don't hurt the hands don't hurt us. I mean, one might say, you know, they keep their hands to themselves.
Yeah,
it's for helping, not for hurting.
Afraid, at least in my case, that ship might have sailed. So, well, we might have a thing. It might get messy.
I mean, I don't get involved in conflict resolution, but okay.
All right, and Flo, you're back there too. I should have had you roll a perception check. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm still in the drum sleeping.
Oh, you're in the drum sleeping. That's right. So why am I skipping her? And actually roll a d4.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
2.
2. All right. Yeah. You are going to be just out for 20 minutes.
Okay.
So not much longer because they're covering a lot of ground on their turns. And yeah, you see the catapult up on the aft deck or the front castle. And that one, the catapult is also shredded.
All right.
Took a heavy beating. And even your sail has 2 or 3 good size holes in it. So where to, actually, let me head back down to Tinker Dust. Go ahead and do another perception check with your, tell your story.
And so then 7.
She rolls a 7.
She's just really into this story. Goodness love her.
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
I'm like really into this story. I'm telling you all about the mechanical unicorn that I want to become and how she's powered by the power of friendship. Yeah. I don't know if my like incessant talking would potentially wake up Scrimshaw. I don't know if.
Yeah, I was wondering if that or she's just having some really weird dreams right now. So
yeah, it's like a dial tone in my brain.
It's appropriate.
That's
all right.
Awesome.
Cool. We can't. Yeah, because I have an ability that allows me to add like a D4 to a check, but I've used it twice, so I can't. Level 1 limitations. But yeah.
Level 1.
All right, so we're back to our happy explorers. That is down to 2 and 1 unconscious. So, and let's see. I'm going to let you know, unless you want to physically go over to the broken up catapult or broken up ballista. You've gone through every room except for down on the lowest level. You had the Spelljammer room. In front of that was a door that knocked down, and you had seen the ship's actual helm, the steering wheel, down there. And that's the only room you haven't been in.
Most important room.
Yes.
That's why we're saving it for last.
Yes.
What do you say, Trip? Do you want to head down there?
I suppose. I mean, I'm really enjoying this tour of this beautiful vessel. So we should conclude the tour, and then maybe after we finish our tour, maybe we should all gather up and find out what our dear gnome friend thinks about like our ETA of getting out of here. Because I feel like maybe we should all have a little nap. Maybe I don't nap, and I don't think you nap.
No.
And I don't think.
I need a little like time to rest though.
Like a little, you know. Yep. Little, try on some of those outfits montage and maybe, everybody be awake again. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I like that.
Let's go do that.
All right. Let's check out that last room.
So heading down there.
Yeah.
Oops. Let me get to the right room.
Trying to drag me over. There we go.
And of course, Flo's in the drum with you as well. And actually, I'm going to say because they covered most of the ship. You start waking up, and you're in another container again.
But I know this container. It's my bed. It's my home. I'll just like poke my head up from the drum. What happened?
Phil,
You just
flow
hear
in
from
on
behind,
everything.
from your back.
Flo, you're back. We found rooms, and there's a skeleton crew, and there's a bugbear flag hand thing. Work in progress there. Selena may or may not kill it later. That's to be determined. We're also going to check out a room down here, and then once we conclude the tour, we're going to talk to our good gnome friend, and yada yada yada, and then she's just going to explain the whole plan to Flo.
All right. As you
sounds
walk
good.
through, you head into the helm. And this actually looks out on an open deck.
Uh-oh. You lost.
Yep.
You lost
think so.
David.
Frozen.
No.
We lost our DM. Oh
I
God.
lost the DM.
What? Your internet connection is unstable.
Yes. We lost
did-
about 20 seconds of
Oh,
you there.
okay. I could
Or
see
10
and hear
seconds.
you perfect.
Oh.
And it's like, no, don't let it drop. Please don't let it drop.
Well, now we hear you fine. So
Yeah.
All right.
You're
We're all
good.
good?
Yeah.
All right. For the moment. But okay, you make it into the helm's room, and it is where the helm is, it's open. And you can see out once again, seeing all the wrecks in front of you. You see the helm's wheel. Off to the side, there is 2 chairs, charts, navigational tools. There is some drawers for the desk there. And on the other side is a huge cabinet just full of maps. Dozens and dozens of different maps and charts.
Maps are exciting. She's going to go take a look at those maps.
You pull them out randomly. You see different planets, different actually solar systems of planets shown in there. And that's about it. You just keep finding different ones for different places.
She's going to nerd out there for a little while.
All right, Chirp. How about you?
All right, so Celiana's checking out the maps. I guess I'll check out this. Is this a desk with the maps, or is this a different? Okay, that's a desk.
Well,
So
that one actually has a few maps laid out on it.
Oh, okay.
So
I'd like
we'll
to see
say
where we were going. If
3
that's
different
there.
maps. There's no X marks the spot, but you do see the system, the sphere you're in, and you see the different planets outside being labeled Akatha, and then the next one in is Garden, then Glyph, then Chandos, then Carpria, then Twirl, and is that it?
Does Chirp recognize any of these planetoids or planets or
Chirp-
solar systems?
Well, first there's 2 other planets as you move in towards the sun, Cholera and Anadia. The only name you recognize is Twirl, and you see on there marked the moons, Sulina, and you see those marked on there.
Point out that I know those ones. The other ones I've never been before. That's exciting. This one, she points to Toro, very touristy, but I hear it's nice.
Yep. From your asteroid, you look down, and that's the planet you look down and see every day.
Yeah, they're always catastrophic events every 6 to 9 months, depending on the release schedule. Something about Wizards of the Coast, I don't understand.
Something epic always pops
Something
up.
epic every few. Yeah, there's an Adventurers League. There's a lot of paperwork. I don't
Yes,
understand.
lots of paperwork.
Fantasy taxes.
All right,
That's all she'll do.
There are drawers if you want to look in those.
Oh yeah, I have 4 arms and
Yeah.
I will open 4 of them.
You pull them open, some more navigator tools, pencils, straight edges. You do find a spyglass in there. And that's about it.
I will pocket them to give them to Scrimshaw when she awakens, because I feel she would like those.
Okay. Flo, you are in that room also. So what are you doing?
I mean, there's only one thing left to play with. What's this thing? Oh, sorry,
It's
I
a
accidentally clicked
big
you.
spinny wheel.
I start playing with the big spinny wheel. Because I literally walked up and go, what's this thing?
Yeah, you feel there's some resistance, but you're a pretty strong, hardy creature. Yeah, you turn the wheel and turn it back. You hear a little bit of noise going on, but nothing that seems to be breaking or anything like that. But suddenly in your head, you do hear, excuse me, but that is not a toy. That is one of the things we definitely need to keep working. But I was wondering, I'm not someone to ask for help usually, but I think our little friend Zebo could use a little bit of help. If 1 or 2 of you could please come to the Spelljammer room, and only Flo, Soliana, and Chirp hear that.
Oh, sorry. And I'll let go of the wheel. And okay, yeah, let's go help Zebo. Sunabald
All right.
reaches back as we walk away and plays with it a tiny bit more before we move on.
Back to Tinker Dust.
All right. So now I've gone from my weird unicorn dream. That's not a dream because I don't sleep, but it was a vision. To what I imagine this boat is called. And so Tinker Dust is like, like maybe it's Bodie McBoatface because we met Jerkface. It's a boat. That makes sense. And then she's like, wait, she's like slumber party. She's like, I need to like hop on this bed. So she like hops next to like very carefully next to you, Scrimshaw. And she starts like,
Stop right there. Do a perception check after you hop on the bed.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh my God. Can I roll higher than 3, I think? Let's see.
Oh,
Hey.
Nice.
I needed a better
Run up.
perspective.
You go to jump on the bed, and as you're coming down, you notice that a big furry hand is all curled up next to Scrimshaw. You see a dwarf hand curled up and a lady's hand. And they're all curled up in the bed, kind of snuggling with the Herdozi, unconscious Herdozi.
Oh.
And then you land on the bed. And them being little things, they just kind of pop up into the air like little kernels of popcorn popping. And you just see the little fingers. And they land and just scatter. They take off running.
And I'm like,
And
that
what
was
do you
so
do?
beautiful for just a moment. I'm like, how about you, Scrimshaw? And I keep bouncing and I start singing because I've heard these sea shanties traveling on a few different ships. And we're like, we'll roll the old chariot along and just like bouncing in time and hoping that it will potentially wake up Scrimshaw, but also the epicest of slumber parties.
Yeah.
She's like, boy, do I have something to tell you.
I'm dreaming about a very stormy ocean.
And actually,
Hide this
Scrimshaw,
sound.
they have gone through the length of the boat twice and done quite a bit. So I will say, Sully, you're in pain, tired. You get your 1 hit point back. And so you are in a bed with a robot jumping up and down, singing songs to you.
Probably the wrong lyrics, and it's probably out of tune. Also, there's fur from the bugbear hand. They just left like this clump of fur on you, so you're just like,
It's already.
Well, it blends into her fur, so you know.
And I'm like, yay, Scrimshaw, you're awake. And I flump onto the bed next to you, and I'm like, did you have any good dreams?
No, they were all very bad dreams. being attacked by a metal unicorn on the sea. Where is everybody? And did you get that box open?
Oh no, but I did prepare the thieves' tools, but you don't look so good. I think everyone else went to go explore the ship. So why don't we meet up with them? We can take a nap and then we'll try it again. Ciliana had some weird detecty magic-y thing. She didn't say anything about the chest, but I also didn't ask her because I was telling you my story. So yeah, but we can go.
It sounds good.
Okay, let's go downstairs and I'll like offer my little tiny hand to you.
I can take it. I can stand up and I've got long arms, so I can still hold your hand without having to
stoop down. All right, so let's go see Zebo and the brain in the jar.
All right, so you start heading down the stairs as our other 3 adventurers head into where the Spelljammer helm is. And as you walk in, you just see Zebo passed out on the floor, curled up among the pipes and stuff. Totally, unconscious, but he seems to be curled up a bit. So he looks like he just fell asleep right there. Yes. I think our little friend has pushed himself a little bit too far, getting the ship back up. Could you? He has not slept on anywhere besides the floor since I've been brought on this ship. If you would be so kind as to put him where he could, for once, get a real rest, I would greatly appreciate it.
We got plenty of beds. The captain's one has a lot of hands around, but
it's a little lumpy on one side now. Don't know why.
All right. So who does what with Zebo?
Soliana will do check on him, see how he's doing, do like a medicine check to make sure he's stable and like just unconscious.
Actually go ahead and do a roll and do both. Do a medical and a investigation. I know the word.
20 on
medical,
the medicine.
20.
Where are we? Investigation.
Yeah.
12. I'm guessing it's probably been too long for bardic inspiration.
Yeah, I'm all tapped out until I get a rest.
Okay.
Well,
I had one, but I think it expires.
Oh yeah, 10
after
minutes.
a while.
Oh yeah. It's been a while.
Okay, cool.
When you go check on him, he feels kind of cold, kind of clammy, but he's been sweating and he's just kind of covered in sweat. You start looking around, you notice there's blood coming from underneath the gloves. But he's not like the same situation Scrimshaw was a moment away from death.
Okay.
So what actions you want to take?
Can I try to bandage up those wounds?
Well, you'd have to take off the gloves to get to them if you want to take those off.
Yep.
When you take them off, you see that the hands have been removed and somebody has grafted on and they did a really poor job. And roll insight.
Here we are. 24.
All right. With a 20 medical and a 24 insight, it looks like it was done badly on purpose. Like they kind of wanted to hurt. They have the hook kind of screwed into the bone, and the hook comes around and has on the top a little sharp piece that can be used like a screwdriver. And the hook itself is notched like a hexagon, half a hexagon pattern, which looking at the pipes could be used pretty much like a wrench to turn where they connect. And on the other side, basically it's grafted on where he could use it like a vice grip to hold something. But yeah, it's bleeding there and definitely hurting until it's been scabbed over many, many times.
Okay. Yeah, she'll try to do her best to bandage that.
Mm-hmm. You did 20 on medical. I'll use that as the same roll. Yeah, you do a really good job of that.
Okay. Let's get him somewhere and not let him work
Yeah.
physically on anything.
On this level, all the there are no beds. They are all cots or hammocks. And up on top, you have the captain's room where the helping hands seem to gather. And then you have the 2 other rooms that have the bunk beds.
So Leanna's going to take him to a bunk bed.
All right.
Yep.
So you can slide him in there. He really, no movement whatsoever. He's just, but he seems to be breathing. And then actually Scrimshaw, you hear in your head, usually I like to stay out of these matters and just kind of enjoy my own little thing. But if you were to look in the kitchen behind that potbelly stove you see in there, Zebo had been working on something as a little artificer he is. And I think with your skill sets, you might be able to help with that. If you would be willing.
Sure. I'll go take a look.
You kind of see in the back some cloth shoved back into a ball behind. Go ahead and pull it out.
Yep. Pull it out.
You pull it out and you see some specially designed tools that seem to be artificer tools, tinker tools that have been modified to work with his hooks and the things he had placed on his hand. You also see prosthetic hands that have been made up, and they seem like they're pretty much good to go. But you see an open slot where usually some kind of power device or something to make them go. And once again, you hear the voice in your head, the Professor BD. He had been making this up before in order to possibly do an escape or somehow hamper the ladies. But when you arrived, he took out the power sources in order to put them into the Spelljammer in order to help it go faster and to maybe be able to make it more maneuverable. It's up to you, your choice, if you wish to pull those out and place those in the hands for him to use, or leave them as it is. If you do use them for the hands, though, we will be going a little slower and we will lose some of our maneuverability.
Oh, I'll have to bring that up with everybody, but I'm pretty sure everyone's probably good with giving him some hands. I'll go ahead and check with the group.
All right.
We could
Absolutely.
maybe find some salvage in the graveyard too, right? For maneuverability or whatnot.
And Professor BD
horrific.
will direct you in the Spelljammer room where you got all the boxes and all the pipes, which normally you don't have, but this is a gnome Spelljammer, so this is the way it is. In one box, you see where there's just 2 glowing crystals, one of blue and one of green. And he lets you know you can go ahead and pull those out and place them in the hands. And then they basically be ready to go.
Yeah.
So, you're gonna go ahead and grab those?
Yeah. Oh, we can just grab those.
All
Just
right.
fix up these hands, no problem.
What do you want to do with the hands now?
So I'm gonna take him back to the group. Like, to put these hands on his hands, he needs to not have the things that he's got. So if anybody's really good with like a cleaver,
they are screwed on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, or that too.
Tinker tools.
Yeah.
We
could
could
do
do
that.
that.
Yeah.
Together.
We'll give him.
I'd rather do it when he's sleeping so he doesn't wake up in pain.
Good call.
I mean, I think he's going to wake up in pain.
Well, you know, maybe. but he'll be happy, hopefully.
Yeah.
All
give
right.
us
So
some
you
new
want to give it a
hands.
try of doing it now?
Yes.
Or do we
Yeah.
want to wait for him to wake up? What, I don't know. He might tell us not to do it.
I want to wait till he wakes up. I mean, he might
Yeah.
prefer that.
Yeah.
We'll
Might be
see
And that
good if
way-
we have some spell slots to heal him up after performing a surgery of sorts.
I have a couple. I could actually do
Oh, right.
a little
Oh,
bit of cure wounds.
we're good.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
okay.
anybody
Should let
goes
him sleep.
unconscious, I think we're still good.
Yeah.
If you let him
Long as
Unless
we
it's
can
you.
though, it's been a while.
All right.
Well, I
do you
don't-
want
I-
go?
I don't want to leave these unattended in case those helping hands were to come by and grab them. So as long as we keep them with us, and then, yeah, like once Sibo wakes up, we can offer to put these on.
Do you think his real hands are going to get jealous?
Maybe.
Makes it
Didn't
easier
he
to
want
find.
to
Good
find his
idea.
real hands?
So Leanna, did you see his real hands? Like I've only seen bugbear and lady and dwarf hands, no gnome hands.
I think I saw some gnome hands. I don't know if they were his
They're in the
hands
fridge.
necessarily.
Right?
It was a
They were-
foot.
There were
Oh,
there were a lot of hands around.
Only a foot in the fridge.
Foot in the fridge.
Do we need to use that fridge for anything? We might want to sanitize it first.
Yes. I wasn't going to bring it up before everyone, but what is our ration situation? I mean, presumably we're going to be on this boat for some time.
I like tunk to tunk tunk like hollow. I'm like, I don't need anything, so don't worry
Yeah,
about me.
that's right.
When done,
Mm,
There was some fruit in that box.
there's fruit.
yeah, a little bit.
And we've got some fresh carrion. Everyone likes carrion, right?
Not a good
Everyone's-
combination of words.
Everyone's good with carrion. There's a lot of carrion on this vessel. A lot. It's
Mm,
great.
I could prepare purify food and drink. So
That would help. That would help
You
the
have-
carrion.
Amazing
Carrion.
gift, Scrimshaw.
but not till like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well-
Just going through each one of you. Let's Tinker Dust, what are you doing?
I think we should probably take a nap. But I want to protect these hands. So she's gonna like wrap the hands up in because she's still wearing this ridiculous nightie. And now it's covered with blood and whatever else. So she's gonna wrap the hands up, and then she will, if everyone else is also gonna be like resting, she's gonna go into her sentry's rest, which is 6 hours in an inactive, motionless state. But rather than sleeping, you appear inert, but you can see and hear as normal. So you're actually not unconscious.
Right. What room are you going to be in? I put an X in the room that Zebo's in.
Are we doing a long rest or just a short rest?
I'm gonna need a long rest at some
Okay.
point soon.
Should we ask the professor what he thinks? Professor, do you think we can take a long rest before we're found or attacked again?
Well, I think Zebo is going to be taking a long rest regardless. He definitely needs it. And without him, I really hate doing any traveling because we need to steer this ship and we need we need 20 some people to properly steer this ship. If the sail hadn't been damaged, if the fin had not been damaged. So we need everybody, 100% if possible. So if you're gonna rest, now is the time to do it.
In that case, can I pick this lock before I go for a long rest?
You can attempt.
Yeah.
Can I help? Can
I'm
I'm
gonna-
gonna have my
Uh,
light spell, and I'll be like,
I'm gonna first cure
I'll
wounds
say
on
if you
myself.
have the sleight of hand proficiency, you could
Okay.
help with a lockpick.
I do not have sleight of hand,
So
unfortunately.
Leanna will approach Scrimshaw. I'm like, I'm not sure this is a good idea, but good
Mm.
luck and cast guidance.
Thank you. I'm gonna cure wounds on myself, which will actually bring me
Oh,
back up.
you got one hit point.
Yeah,
You're the
I
only
healed
person
myself.
that can heal.
No, I healed myself, so now I'm good. I'm all at 10 hit points,
Good strategy.
and that did 7 hit points, so I'll be fine.
And you're guided. You have guidance.
Yeah.
So Leanna's going to take cover behind that wall.
Tinker Dust is also taking cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't have to be in the room. You could probably stay back a little bit.
I am curious though.
Thieves tools. Okay. Plus guidance. Oh. Aha.
Woo!
Oh, a dirty 20, 21.
21.
This is a tough lock. You are impressed with it. You've never seen one this nice or this heavy before. And no, you were close. I was like, holy, didn't think you'd get that close. You definitely did. But yeah, you are like, I am this close to it. I almost got it.
All right.
Maybe after a good night's rest.
Yep.
Yeah. I wonder if I've got the knocks.
Yeah,
Knock
and to
is
let you
not
know,
first
she rolled a
level.
dirty 20 and the guidance was a 1, so a total of 21.
Yeah.
That is a tough lock.
I don't think I have knock. So
At level 1, probably
Yeah.
not.
is that a second level spell? Maybe.
I think
Yes.
so.
Okay. Then probably
All
not
right.
for a while.
All right.
So you're
Tinker
going to
Dust.
attempt to get a long rest?
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
please.
I'm going to go
Just-
inert with the arms crossed on top of the arms, Ziba's arms, on the lumpy side of the bed. So I'm like, I'm going to
Oh.
try this bed thing out.
You're going to go hit the bed. All
Yep.
right. And then Scrimshaw, where are you going to? Because you're the only one who sleeps.
I'm the
8
only one who
hours.
needs a bed.
I was
Yeah.
gonna
You
say, I
can-
sleep. I
I'm
don't need a bed
tiny.
for it though.
Now, as a
I can sleep in the
Herdozi,
cat bed.
You got the feet that are like hands. And yeah, you could actually, sleep standing up or hanging from somewhere. But yeah, normally you just sleep in a bed
Yeah.
or a
I'll find-
hammock.
I'll find one of these bunk beds.
All right.
Climb up to the top bunk.
There's enough room in this bed. I can take the cat bed.
I don't
It's
like
full
the
of hands, though.
part.
Oh,
Yep.
It's the
And
hands.
Or it's full of
Sure.
rats.
they're warm.
yeah, you just need 8 hours of inactive.
Just need to sit quietly and
Well,
Just hang
that's
out.
inactive, or yeah, you don't have to do anything heavy. So you could actually just sit, read a book, walk around a bit, eat a slight meal.
could I go up to the I could eat a slight meal, couldn't I? I would like to
Mm-hmm.
pick up a slight meal from the quarterdeck, where there is some fresh carrion. And I would like to enjoy it in peace up in the map room. And I'll have like a little snack, little giant praying mantis hands come out and they're like, nom, 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 nom. And I'll read the maps and have a little snack of carrion. And
Yeah. Well, the great thing is you can have your little T-Rex arms eating while your other 2 hands are looking at the map.
holding the map.
So yeah, you got it kind of made. 4 hands.
Pretty
Okay, so that moves us on to Soliana. You meditate for 4 hours.
So you said that there were like double bunk beds
Yep.
in those rooms? Okay, so I put Zebo on the lower one on one side and she's going to trance on the upper one on the other side so she can keep an eye on him
Okay.
Yep. and stay away from those hands maybe.
Yes. Now you have the staff that was very ornate,
Yep.
carved, had the word beauty on it in Elvish. Let's see. Are you going to try to do anything with that?
I would have offered it back to the person who found it initially, which
That
I
was
think
Chirp.
Chirp had it.
I don't. It's Elvish. You're an elf. Maybe you can have it.
Okay.
It's fine.
A lot of the stuff on this ship has been bad. Usually it has signaled bad, but we are pretty beaten up and we are low on resources. So she's going to be suspicious of this still and wait until we're in better shape for more things to explode on us.
All right.
So she'll set it aside for now and contemplate it.
Outstanding.
I
And
also want to
you're
share
oh.
the treasure that I found last time with everybody.
okay. Make sure everybody knows about all that good stuff.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
put it in the treasure chat, but everyone
right.
gets the equal share of gold and everyone gets a ring.
Yeah. And as I said in the other chest, you found all the treasure that you had when you were captured, plus whatever additional I said. And then Soliana, you're meditating. Are you laying down, sitting cross-legged?
I think
On
sitting
the top bunk?
cross-legged. Yep.
All right. And then the flow.
Need sleep, but I got my bed on my back. I'm fine.
Yep. Which room you going to be at?
That's an excellent question. I think I'll actually put my drone like right around this corner, still kind of acting like a bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
The top of the stairs.
Yeah, basically on this corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way I'm near all three rooms.
And it doesn't really say anything about the way you sleep. Just when you're unconscious, you go splat out, lose
Pretty
form.
much.
So
yeah,
that says to me, you need 6 to 8 hours of true sleep.
Yep, and I'll dive into my little my drone with the glaive kind of leaning up next to it.
Mhm.
And then I also put my shield on top of it so it's completely covered.
Okay, going turtle. So
Pretty much, yeah.
all right. It is fairly quiet. Actually, we're gonna need somebody to roll for encounter. Actually, 2 of them. So who wants to start? Because we're gonna rotate it. Who wants to take the first one?
I'll do it.
Roll 20-sided dice. I think, yeah, Scrimshaw has the first one.
11.
11. Nothing happens as far as you know. But that's during the first 4 hours. And since someone just rests for 4 hours, so Leanna, as you are sitting there, you start hearing a little bit of scurry. And coming up, you suddenly see in the bed is this little rat, kind of looks familiar. And he is carrying in his mouth a dead cockroach. And he puts it down at the end of your bed, and then he scurries off.
Thank you.
All right, that's all that happens for those 4 hours, except for, oh yeah, Tinker Dust. As you lay there in the bed, you can actually, you're inactive, but you can see what's going on.
Yep.
And you start seeing this little gnome hand climbing up into the bed and climbing up next to you. You take any action?
I'm gonna look at it. Does it look like it's okay? Like does it look like Zebo's hand from what I can tell? Like same
he is
skin
an
tone?
older gnome. It looks like an older gnome hand. It has a few little bites into it. Like it got into scraps with the rats. But besides that, it's looking pretty good for the situation it's in.
Right. Does Tinker Dust know if we would be able to like reattach the hand? Like, because she's never seen kind of anything like this before.
Actually, that would be straight. I was getting ready just to say no, but Tinker Dust, you see all the time. Your artificer creator on all his mechanical devices, popping off hands, replacing feet, doing all that stuff. So
yeah,
and you've never seen how non-robotic things actually get things replaced. So yeah, to you, simple. Or actually, I'll let you. Would it be a history roll?
Oh God.
Or a medicine roll for humans to understand.
Oh God, -1. I'll try it. Hold on.
Yeah, do a medicine roll. Not bad. 12. You got a 12. I'll say then you've actually seen your master put prosthetics on humans. And so you're a little bit doubtful that you can just place it on.
Okay.
So you don't know how they get back on there.
Like these ones that screw on, I understand, but these ones I don't really understand. So I'm just going to be like, stay safe, Zebo's hand. One day, maybe we'll figure out how to get you back attached.
Yep.
But she's just going to snuggle with it.
As you're pondering that, 2 or 3 more hands start climbing up. You get a bugbear hand, a lady's hand, a lizardman hand comes up and curls up with you. And then a second lizardman hand curls up next to you.
Awesome. We're all in the cat bed together.
Yeah.
This like really twisted Disney princess dream that Tinker Dust is living because she's still in this like white nightgown with the high collar. Yeah, she's happy. She's just gonna chill with the hands. She's like, I don't know why Soliana doesn't like these. They're so friendly.
All right, the second 4 hours. Go ahead, Tinker Dust. Give us a 20-sided roll.
All right. Roll 1d20. 16.
Oh, 16. Okay. Roll another 20-sided dice.
Oh.
Well,
I mean, it's gonna be a good thing, right? Because it was a high number. 10.
Okay, made up my chart.
Or of dragons summoned.
Yeah, right.
Out. Sure.
10 dead rats.
You're out there at the actual helm,
Mhm.
sitting there,
Sure am.
eating your
Eating some
food.
carrion, having a
Look at
snack.
the maps, and since you're focused on the maps, roll a d20 for. No,
Okay.
roll a perception check. Sorry.
Okay, a perception check. Sure thing. Let's see. That is something I am okay with. Let's see.
Ooh.
Nice, 17.
So, you're sitting with your back to where all the wrecks are, straight out in front of the ship, but you see off to the side out into open space. Suddenly you see just this gargantuan sized, and you wouldn't even know what this creature is, but it is a crocodile about 500 to 600 feet in length. It is all white with iridescent scales. So as it churns in the light, they just put off this rainbow pattern. And you see behind its neck and jaw, feathers come out there, also on the joints, a little bit on the shoulder, I guess be knee, feathers coming out there, and it's just dancing in the wild space. And then you see 4 little ones compared to that. They're probably about the size of your ship. And
it has
they are
babies?
dancing around you assume their mother, as it's going through space. So you get your one
so
quiet
happy.
moment.
She's just like, just hear like, there's like the happy little squeaks and chirps for anybody who's awake. It's just like, it's so pretty.
And actually, Soliana, you only need 4 hours.
Yep.
And what do you do at the end of that 4 hours?
She'll probably wander around a little bit and check back on Zebo fairly frequently.
All right,
so she might have been.
Actually, you can roll any dice, high or low. What do you want?
Let's go high.
All right.
Where are we over here?
All right.
11.
You happen to be walking by the deck door, and you see this also as it passes.
Would she remember having seen anything like this before?
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Now, you've seen other huge creatures like that out in wild space, and know this is kind of a normal thing to see something, but never a creature like this.
Okay. She'll admire them. Like, wow, this is, I've been around and done a lot, but I've never seen anything like this before.
And at the end of the 8 hours, you all get long rest. You also level up.
Yay.
Yay! A whole level 2.
Level 2.
All right. And I
Level
warned you
two,
this might be
level two.
happening. So hopefully you can go ahead and level yourselves up.
Taking a new spell.
It's just fixed HP, right?
I think so. Yes. Right.
Hooray, I can be more reckless now.
All right.
Or
Chirp is gonna
reckless.
take dissonant whispers, because
Yeah.
that is a great bird spell.
That is a
They're
fun one.
Fusions now.
And just real quick, just so people know basic, don't go into detail, but like Soliana, you were a first level druid.
Yep.
Now, what
Okay,
are you now?
She's now a 2nd level druid with Circle of the Primeval, which is a new Unearthed Arcana
Outstanding.
druid circle. So she's
Yeah.
got
Source.
proficiency in history, but also a primeval companion, which I think is going to be some kind of theropod that looks a lot like those space crocodiles because those are gorgeous. So.
All right. Flo, what does Flo do at level 2?
Second level barbarian. So I get
All
reckless
right.
attack now and danger sense.
Very nice. And going on to Chirp.
Chirp is a level 2 thri-kreen bard and is sticking with the bird thing for now.
Okay. Tinker Dust.
Tinker Dust is now a level 2 sorcerer, clockwork soul sorcerer, and she just got her font of magic. So she has sorcery points to play with now. And she also gets to, so clockwork sorcerers actually get an additional spell list to the normal spell list. And she's able to swap out one of those spells each level that she gets. So I'm just trying to find a healing spell. I think I can get one, but I don't know if I can get healing word or anything. There's limits on it based on the school of magic, so I might have to work that out off stream.
No worries. And then we got Scrimshaw.
I'm picking up my second level of artificer, so I got 4 infusions to pick from.
All right.
So
but you can only use 2 at a time?
Yep, only 2 at a time. And
all right.
One of them might be a pipe, but maybe not yet, because Pipe of Remembrance won't be able to remember that much. We haven't done a lot yet.
Yeah.
But it's not broken. It was mended. I said it's not a broken pipe. We mended it for you.
All right. So you're all waking up in the morning, stretching out the legs. And what do you feel like doing?
Find out the
Zebo when he's
name.
awake.
Oh, let's go see Zebo. I have his hands. Are the hands still snuggling me in the morning?
No, they are all gone by the time you get up. You do hear several of them through the night coming in and out of the doggy door, and you do see that there's 2 more rats piled up in the little cat bed at the end.
They are the bestest boys and girls. Look at them dealing with this.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're dealing with the rat issue. They're so good. Chirp can eat these later. She likes rats. Yeah.
I would say that so Leanna, go ahead and give me a roll.
Anything in particular?
Perception. Sorry.
All
that
good?
would help.
20.
Oh, in that case, you do occasionally, as you're walking around, see your little rat friend following you, and 2 or 3 rats following that rat around.
Okay.
So
she'll once she notices that this is a pattern, she'll keep whatever ration she can find, like a little pocket full of trail mix, and occasionally feed the rat.
all right, they come running. It's
Perfect.
always that one comes up first, and then you see the first time you do it 2 or 3. After that, you see 5 or 6 come up.
That's a lot of rats.
That's a lot of rats.
She'll start petting the first one once she gets it comfortable enough with her.
Yeah, and actually give a second perception check.
All right.
Get a lot of these.
10.
All right. Nope.
Yep.
So, all good.
These rats are adorable. I wonder if I can train them to do things.
You are a druid.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And yeah. So what do you want to do with your day? We'll go ahead and just restart up at the and yeah. So Leanna, so where are you off to as everybody else is waking up?
Probably back to check on Zebo and see if he wants his prosthetic hands. And if I kind of get the impression that he's likely to decline, especially based on what the brain in the jar said about him pulling the crystals out of them. So she's going to be ready to encourage him, like, you should have these. They will make your life better.
All right. Are all of you gathering around? Like I said, intervention or something? Just
yeah.
Well, we want to be friendly.
No, don't want to put pressure on him, but
Chirp made breakfast for everybody.
Now
so Anna is not asking what this was.
There is a pantry, all kinds of food, but unless you can create magical fire, you couldn't warm it up.
Oh, it's fine. You don't need to have warm food. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
It's a charcuterie board. Chirp's a little
Yes.
fancy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all kind of really nice, and she brings it in like over her head, like she almost looks like one of those ants bringing food to like the hive or the nest, and like she's got like a donut or something like just stuck in her mandibles as she's like hands full of food.
Yeah. Do you want to describe the food anymore, or that's it?
Oh, that's it's whatever. Like she knows that humanoids don't have refined taste buds. She's aware. They don't.
Not like insectoids.
They're not in love with the finer tastes of things. So she would have rated whatever looks edible and safe for her friends to consume.
Yep, there's a lot of stuff down there. Okay, you come in and you see Zebo just. Hi. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fall asleep. I'll get back to work. We'll get this thing going. And yeah, and he sees his hands are uncovered and he kind of hides. It's okay. I'll go. And he starts moving out of the bed.
Soliana will like push him back. Like, no, you needed to rest, and rest is good. You are allowed to rest.
But you're all so nice. You've done so. I mean, you saved me. And you saved my ship, and I just want to help you and get you to where you will be safe.
And we're all gonna work together as a team.
Oh, that's great. That teamwork, good. I mean, they assigned an orc to help me out because I was limited on what I could do. But I think it'd be a lot better working with all of you.
Soliana will turn to Scrimshaw, who found the hands in the first place.
Oh, what? Yeah. Yeah, I got some hands for you.
Oh,
sorry, I was distracted.
I didn't mean for anybody to find those.
Yeah,
but,
well, you can thank the professor for that.
Oh,
He's a busy brain.
That does not sound like the professor to me. Usually he's a very detached individual, but yeah, I mean, but you need to put the crystals back into the Spelljammer. That'll help us get where we need to a lot faster.
Where do we need to go that needs to be so fast?
Away from here. We need to get away from here. Those ladies are coming back.
Well, then do they have their own ship that isn't this ship?
They have multiple ships.
Oh.
Yes.
That's fine.
Well, if they catch up to us, we can just beat them up.
We can repaint the ship.
You'll never know. If we make it bright pink and sparkly, they'll never know that it was their ship.
Well, true, but yeah, no, I don't feel right.
You'll be a more effective crewmate if you've got more capable hands, and we need all hands.
But we don't want to pressure you, of course. You're quite welcome to you can wear a device if you want, or you don't have to wear a device. Both are acceptable. Whatever makes you the most comfortable. We support you.
Well, it's just whichever can make it so I can help out the most. If I can help out using my artificer's magic to make this thing go faster, then that's where it should be. But if you think having the hands back would be better, that's I mean, so which one of you is going to step forward and be the captain? Because a ship needs a captain, and maybe one of you should be the captain. That should really be a captain's decision.
Chirp starts looking at Scrimshaw like, I need an adult. There's an adult in this room.
I think that's Soliana. She's like 1,000,000 years old.
Oh yeah, so
that isn't wrong. But I've also been like just hanging out with my gods for the last 4,000 years. Like I kind of remember what the broader astral plane was like, but that was 4,000 years ago or 6,000, and I'm not sure. It's hard. It's hard to keep track.
All I'm hearing is good leadership skills and works with a team.
Yep,
these are sounding like captain quality.
So we need somebody wise, somebody who's seen the world. The
We
universe,
have, but
the
like a long
stars.
time ago.
Years
Doesn't
of
happen
experience.
anymore. Things change so fast.
Adaptable, yes.
Oh
Mhm,
no.
mhm.
Does
I'm-
the captain get to name the ship?
Oh no.
Well, the ship has a name. Yeah.
What is the
Oh.
ship's name?
Eel, right?
Bodie
it-
McBoatface.
No,
No.
it is the Sweet Angelie.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the
Sweet
Sweet
Angelie.
Angelie.
Aw, who's Angeli?
It was just somebody I knew growing up.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Wait.
But he is turning bright red. So
Oh.
yeah.
19 insight check. Who is Angeli?
Yeah, he
Wait.
starts turning bright red, and obviously it's somebody he was truly fond of.
And then doesn't that mean that you're the captain because you named the ship?
I've kind of I growing up, my father and his father, they were all in charge of. No, we had a little fleet, our group of gnomes and gnome families that sailed throughout, and yeah, they always told me I was born to be a captain and stuff, and they tried to force that on me, and I did not enjoy it. I love, well, when I had hands, I love just getting in there and working on the guts and the things that make the ship move. And I just didn't enjoy it. You know, a lot of times they say, oh, you're just shy. And it's like, no, I ain't shy. I can talk to anybody I want to. I just don't want to talk to them. So yeah, it didn't fit. It didn't make me happy. So yeah, but yeah, it kind of important to me to keep the name of the ship. Yeah,
That's
Cannot
fair.
change it.
You
Cannot
won't
change
change
it.
it. What it makes a good captain? Perhaps we can hear a description of what would make the best captain, and we can figure out who among us has the qualities.
at the end of the day, it's somebody who can stay calm and seen a lot. Somebody who's gonna, not do that rash action. A little bit of wisdom, experience. Yeah, always a good thing.
So 1, 2, 3, Soliana.
Captain Soliana.
Yeah.
Oh, with the
Yep.
impulses, it's going to be a problem.
Captain, my captain. No, captain, my captain.
So I will defer to the captain. How do you think I could best help?
Okay, so what is the situation with the hands? The crystals in them, do they have to be fully removed in order to remove the crystals? If in a pinch we absolutely need this greater maneuverability?
It takes like an hour for them to resonate in there. So it's
Okay.
not something you can quickly change in and out. It takes a little bit of time.
Okay, well, I don't think it's best if you're in constant pain because of these torture devices that they set you up with.
Yeah,
So
they-
I want you to have the hands.
If that's what the captain says, then that's what we're going to do. That's how it works on a ship. Because if you don't do that on a ship, things will go bad fast.
Oh dear.
Soliana's not gonna hurt us. She doesn't do that. She's a small, fragile elf. She's not gonna harm us.
Nope. Things have been getting a lot better. I mean, it's been a rough day getting the thing back and getting the Spelljammer back working and stuff, but the working environment has gotten much better. So I guess if you could help me, Scrimshaw, you seem a little bit talented with all of this. And if you could help me, we could maybe get those hands on.
Yeah.
So, and I guess let's see, go ahead and do a roll with advantage.
What kind of roll?
You
With
can
my-
do Arcana, or you can do your Tinker tools.
I
use
will guidance that.
All right. The captain does a little prayer to help you.
Hey.
21.
21. You pop off the old ones and get them on there, and it seems much better with the healing from before, getting them wrapped up and everything. It seems like that damage is no longer going on. So yeah, he's just okay. It's going to take a little bit, like I said, for them to start working properly. But I've been working on these for almost a year, stealing away pieces and parts and trying to find the time to make them. It's just kind of amazing to finally have them on. Because originally, the one hand just lost that 2 or 3 months ago. The other hand, that was a little bit longer. So yeah, I was making some headway, and then they got angry about something, and that's when they gave me the orc to help out. But yeah, okay. I think this is good. How's the ship looking? I haven't seen the rest of the ship. I just know about the 2 holes.
There's some holes in the sails, and there's some holes
and the catapults.
They're both broken. There were some bodies floating in space, but don't worry, Capitan Soliana retrieved the freshest ones. So that was taken care of. What else?
There's also like no doors. There's no everything. There are no doors. There is no privacy on the ship.
Surplus of beds.
Lots of beds.
No
doors.
Well, like I said, usually there's a lot. It's good to have 20-some, 30-some just to keep things going. A lot of that's for the weapons, though, which it sounds like we're not doing too good on weapons. So we can replace the sail. We got extra sails, and those fins will take a little bit of time. I think we can get most of that done in a day, but that's up to the captain. What do you think we should be doing?
So what do we need to do first? I will trust your judgment on this. You've been on the ship a lot longer, and know the ship at all, whereas we do not. So what do we need to get done first?
Actually, I kind of think we need to move in any direction except for the wrecks. Unless you want to go in and explore the wrecks. I don't know how courageous you are or daring.
Maybe not immediately, especially if we might have those guys breathing down our neck.
All right.
Can we get moving with just the sails?
We just need to move, even if it's kind of broken. Does everybody understand how the Spelljammer works? Everybody good and stuff? All right. What? I can't talk to all Spelljammers. I just know my gnome Spelljammers, which are the best ever out there, because gnomes. Anyway, the Spelljammer, which for us is Professor BD, and we're very lucky in that because he doesn't go walking off or anything. He's just always there ready to go. And he can make the ship go forward or backwards. And he can, basically you have 2 main speeds you worry about. You got your tactical speed, which, doing a few 100 yards, every minute or so, and you can move around and all that. And that's where you need the crew. And then you hit that wild space speed where you're doing a couple million miles per hour, just shooting through the sky. It's beautiful. You see all the stars just go right by you. It's an amazing effect, really amazing. But that just is a straight line. Wherever you point it, that's where it's going to go until you decide to stop or you get close to another vehicle or creature with an air bubble and gravity. Once you get close to that, you automatically drop down to that tactical speed. And I know, Captain, you know all of this, know much better than I do, but just to help out those.
Definitely remember this. This is very present in my mind and not at all so rusty.
So even moving at tactical speed, and we don't have to get a direct point, but if we could just get moving and turned away from the wrecks, then we can just hit the Spelljammer, punch out 1,000 miles, 4 million miles, whatever you want to do, and then stop and do repairs so they can't find us.
Sounds perfect.
Do you know any place that maybe has, I don't know, a community college or a university that might have, folks that are looking for employment on a new startup spelljammers such as ourselves and might be willing to join our crew?
Almost every port you go into, there's somebody always looking for, a way to make a couple gold pieces. Now, if you want to really experience cruise, you hit the main star docks, and a few of the planets have it. Toral has one, and then there is the Rock of Brawl, and then there's some other ones, and there's some less savory ones that you can go in. They may charge a little bit more, but they're highly experienced and capable of fighting on top of maintaining the ship.
I think we prefer sweet over savory. Don't you agree, everybody?
Is this ship a wanted ship? Because isn't this ship crashing into other people's ships?
That is true. So I'm sure there's a lot of people that are highly upset with this ship, which I hate. They sullied the good name of Sweet Angelie, because my Sweet Angelie does not deserve that. So maybe we need to restore that reputation. But also out here in wild space, that kind of stuff happens a lot. And everybody has their own story of what actually happened. So it isn't that pressing. Also, my family's name goes back quite a ways, and the Sweet Angelie was sailing for a long time with a good reputation before these horrible people ever got a hold of it. So,
but you did crash into like an elven merchant ship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
At least 5 or 6 of them.
Would it help if we painted the ship pink? Is my question.
It would not hurt. And I gotta admit, Sweet Angelie, she wear a little pink bow sometimes. So that would be kind of a nice way. I mean, she was an amazing gnome. I mean, she was like 5 feet tall. That's like a giant amongst us gnomes. I know that's ain't big for you all, but and looks up at the
it's pretty
rug.
big.
I mean, yeah. But she was this fierce
Mm-hmm.
warrior, and she was just amazing. Starts turning red again, but she also, like little things like that, a little pink bow.
Should we put a bow up on like the crow's nest?
Yes.
Our flag is now a bow.
Yeah.
God, 100% yes.
Flag is a bow.
Perfect.
Oh,
So
I'm also gonna use one of my infusions to infuse Flo's glaive, is it? To +1. Yeah.
Ooh. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, you got talent as an artificer. Yeah. I've always heard good things about the Herdozi, their abilities in spelljamming. I mean, from what I've heard, you've been around from the beginning of all this, one of the great races throughout the spheres.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah. But you're amazing. I once saw one up there just gliding around, and it was just beautiful. I tried to build like a backpack and some wings to do that off the crow's nest once. It did not turn out well. Yeah. That was a bad day. But hey, that's how you learn. So experimentation never goes wrong.
Does Soliana know if like the professor can hear us like around the ship?
Soliana, you would kind of guess, he does periodically.
Okay. So she'll try to contact him, be like, she'll try like in her brain first, and then just be like, Professor?
Nope.
No? Okay. She'll walk over to his room.
Hello? Can I help you?
Yeah, we want to, even just like on low speed, just get away from this wreck of ships and then take off for a few thousand miles, just to be not here.
Oh, most excellent. Just need somebody to do the steering. I can propel us forward, but right now that would take us into the wrecks. So we're going to need somebody on the helm. We're going to need somebody operating the sails. Okay. And somebody to operate the fins.
Okay.
So ready to go when you are.
Okay. Do I have some sense of like what the skill checks are going to be for each of these things?
for an unskilled person, but you're not trying to aim. You're just trying to do a left turn or a right turn of any sort.
I just don't want to roll like a negative athletics check 8 times in order to do this.
Could you end up accidentally going into the field of Rex? Yes, it could happen.
Okay. So I'll come back to everyone and say, okay, we need someone on the helm. We need someone moving the sails. We need someone operating the fins and maybe other things that Kimberly doesn't remember, but maybe Julietta does.
Zebo, yeah, that sounds right. Who actually knows how to operate any of those things?
I played with the helm yesterday.
Actually,
it is not fun.
I was set to change my trance proficiencies to I guess.
Every morning you can.
Yeah. So right now they're spelljamming and spacemanship.
All right.
Yeah.
So you reaching back into your ancestry and all the years, the helm usually is the very important one. You're up there spinning, but in this case, just doing a hard right, not that difficult to do. You want somebody who's strong enough to turn that wheel to get it where it needs to go.
All right.
And on the sail, that just is going to give you some more power to turn faster. So probably 2 bodies to get it over. It's not going to catch as much wind or be as powerful as normal because it has holes in it. Unless you want to spend the day taking it down and putting up a new one.
We can do that.
And then finally,
like 3
the
hours.
fin operation, that is the rarest of them. Even the Herdozi, probably very rarely. You probably know how that's done, but that's about it. So sail, pretty much anybody could do that. You just got to tell them, move the sail over here, hold it until we tell you, then put it straight back. Okay. And so 2 people capable of doing that, and then working the fins, you're going to need 2 people on that.
Okay. Flo, I saw you smashing those critters with your glaive. Do you want to take the helm?
Yes.
Perfect. Does anyone have any preferences for the fins or the sails?
Do a sail. If I fall off, it's not a big deal.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And I figure you're well skilled at it. So working sales, that's something you've done a lot. And who wants to join her? Oh, I'll let the captain do it.
Yeah, I'll join the sales.
Okay.
I can tell more stories. And Scrimshaw really enjoyed them. They woke her up out of a coma. She was so excited about my stories. So
I'll be excited to hear them for the first time.
Trip is all, aye, Capitan.
All right, let's go to the fins then.
Okay.
All right. Oh, that's great because there's 4 levers. You got 4 arms. It's all good.
Four
But
arms,
when
I
you
can
head
move
back into that room, those are back in that dining room with the skeletons that were setting out the plates.
The skeleton crew, are they setting for brunch?
Actually, they are, as you walk in, he grabs a stack of plates, but the other ones haven't been removed. So he puts the plates on top of the other plates. The other skeleton goes and puts the cups on top of the other cups and silverware on top of the other silverware. On the sides, though, you can look out. That's windows. If you look at the actual image of the ship up in the corner, you see the windows in the back. And you can actually look out those and see the positioning of the fins. The controls are all on one side, so you kind of need one person looking out on the other side to tell you how they're working. Because you have proficiency now, because of being an astral elf, you can redo that every day. You know how this operates, and so you can do that with a proficiency check with dexterity.
Cool.
For the 2 on the deck, that is proficiency. You have somebody who's skilled at it. You can use strength or proficiency or just your shipwright skill.
What type is the shipwright skill?
Let's see. I think it's listed in there, isn't it?
I was looking at the proficiencies because I took
Let me double
vehicles
check.
water, but I don't know if that would be shipwright. Dexterity.
Shipwright's dexterity.
Dexterity.
You
Okay.
have water vehicle uses sails. You're good to go.
Sweet. Dex proficiency. Got it.
And then you are on helm, Flo.
Yep.
And all right. Oh wow, this is good. I think we're good. Do you want me to help out anywhere? It looks like you got it covered, but
I think keep advising us as things go forward might be a good plan at this point. We're pretty new at this.
all right, I will do. And all right, I'll go up there with Flo, and if I see anything starting to go wrong or something, I'll try to shout out. Thing is, this thing does not stop on a copper piece. Once you get it moving, it's going to keep moving a little bit. There ain't much the professor can do about that.
All right.
So, and we have a cat appearance too. I think we
Yeah.
need a rule. If a cat appears or animal, you got to give us a name. What's the name of the cat?
This is Izzy.
Indy?
Izzy.
Izzy.
Short for Isabella, yeah.
Isabella.
Aw.
All
My
right.
little rescue girl.
Another add-on to the stream.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we're going to get this going, and you feel the wind starting to pick up, and you feel this thing just kind of lunge forward for a second. And the ship starts moving. So go ahead and spin the helm. Go ahead and give an athletics check. And actually, Zebo's going to drop a little guidance on you. Go over. You can do this. I believe in you, strange pudding creature.
Thank you. And that brings me to 18.
All right, so you're 18. You're like, yeah, I'm into
Yeah.
this. I don't know what I'm doing or where we're going, but I'm having fun spinning this wheel. So,
Exactly.
you're going. The sail whips out. You grab it with as strong as you can. You got 2 people on there, so that's going pretty good. You can each make a roll, or one person can roll with advantage.
I'm helping you. I'm your assistant. Please roll with
Alright.
advantage.
All
All
right.
right, so Scrimshaw,
That's a 10.
a 10. All right. It comes whipping out. It comes out a little bit too hard and fast, and the sail gets away from you. And the rope just starts burning through your hands. Our friendly little robot wasn't quite ready for that either. So go ahead and see if you can save it from totally going off with another check.
Okay. Can I use guidance on myself?
You could have on the first check, but we're in movement here. So
All right. Well, try this again. Is this one with advantage? Because
yes,
I'm
both
still
of you are on the rope.
helping.
all right. 19.
Yeah.
19. Okay, it whips out way too fast. You feel the whole ship kind of surge and start going a lot faster than you kind of wanted it to go. But you grab the sail, and now you're back in control of it. The fins. Now the fins are to make it turn up or down.
Okay.
Or you can do them oppositely to try to do basically a high speed turn.
Okay.
You do know the one fin though, the front left is partially damaged, but to do a tight turn, if you want to do a normal turn, you don't have to do anything. If you want to do a tight turn, you can go ahead and make a proficiency check with advantage.
Do we need to do a tight turn right now?
When you started off, you did not need to do a tight turn,
okay.
but the ship lunged forward going pretty fast. So you're
All right.
kind of thinking it might be a good idea.
Okay. You said proficiency dex?
It can be dexterity, or if you have any of the shipwright.
Yeah, I've got those, but they're not integrated into the whole character sheet. So
Okay, no worries.
it'll be a +4. So I'm gonna roll that over on roll 20.
Yeah. Only another 2-3 months and they'll finally have all this up and current. And I
got an 11.
you got 11 with advantage though.
Oh.
You have your thri-kreen shipmate.
Yes.
Helping.
Got a 19. Thank you, Chirp.
All right. Yeah,
helpful.
just shouting out positive thoughts. She looks out, sees that you're turning the flap the wrong way. And, no,
Oh,
up
shit,
the other way.
shit.
The other left. The other left.
I always get those confused. We're doomed.
You feel the ship kind of turn about 5%, but it's kind of strange because gravity's turning with it. And you start turning out, you're moving out away from the wreckage and stuff. Who is outside? You're over there. The people on the deck. So that would be Scrimshaw and Tinkerdust. Go ahead and give me perception checks.
Yeah.
23.
Oh, forget that.
Damn.
Tinkerdust has no idea what's going on with the 4. She's like, I'm sailing.
I love
Just
Tinkerdust. This
super
is
happy.
amazing.
Also, the rope burn gave me like sparks and burny hands. So she's like, look, my hands are on fire. She's very excited.
Scrimshaw is an experienced sailor, though. She's like, something's going to go wrong here, looking around. And you see some creature leaping from wreck to wreck. And it looks like a great big spider about the size of the ships. It's jumping too. And the ships just kind of bounce when it lands, like they're somehow secured there, but you can't see what's keeping it secured there. And it kind of heads off your way, but you can kind of tell, no, we're good. We're out of here. It's not going to get to you in time. And you start, and that's the other thing I should have pointed out at first. Most of you know that the planets go in a disk around the center star, and you were up here, high above, maybe about 30 degrees off of the star, way out of the planetary circle. A good place to hide if you don't want anybody finding you, unless they already know you're there. And yeah, you're now turning away from the wreckage 10, 20, 30 degrees. At what point do you want to stop?
She's gonna go with an arbitrary point because that's difficult to anticipate, and then just tell the professor to just book it. Let's go.
All right, outstanding. We got that going. Let's see. And as you're heading off, you decide to straighten it all up. Since you're not trying to aim for anything, you really can't fail if you just, we're done. All you need to do is tie the sail back up. You notice the breeze start slowing down as you're slowing down the ship. Evidently the Spelljammer is getting you back into basically kind of a parking place. And you're all done there. So now you're sitting stationary. You're maybe about a mile away from where you started, a mile out away from the all the shipwrecks. And the next action you were planning on doing is just punching it for a few million miles. Or how far do you want to go? You would know normally in about an hour you could travel 4 million miles.
That's a lot. Let's go like 45 minutes out from where we're at right now.
All right.
And then we can do our full repairs. And then maybe get back to here or somewhere.
All right.
Operation Pink Bow will happen.
Yeah.
Do you head in and let the professor BD know?
Yep.
And he's like, outstanding, ready to go.
All right.
And boom. The ship takes off. You just see these lights streaming towards you.
Hold on with all of my limbs.
Yep. Go ahead and let's see. You did one. Michelle, give me a 20-sided dice.
Do I have to? That's a 1.
Uh-oh.
1.
Oh.
1. Oh.
We crashed
Roll a
right into the
20-sided dice.
ladies that were looking for us.
1. That means
is
we
awkward.
win Dungeons and Dragons. Hooray!
It's definitely what that means for sure.
That's absolutely what it means. It means you
Really
won.
An astral dreadnought or something.
Absolutely.
Oh, no.
We didn't fly into the Elder Brain. And
Yeah.
anything like that. That's fine.
So
What new
another
friend do we have?
20-sided dice.
Oh, another one. I'm sorry.
Yep, no worries.
15.
Uh-oh.
You are flying. It's like this new beautiful experience for some of you. It's and Scrimshaw, it's like, we're back, we're moving, and amazing. And all suddenly you start coming out of that, and suddenly you stop and you just see this gigantic 600 to 800 foot tall colossus of an individual, hairy as can be, great big beard. You see a wrecked ship off to the side of him, and as soon as you come in, he just reaches out and right across the deck of the ship grabs a hold of it, and you hear snappage of the boards, some serious damage.
We just repaired her.
A lot of you would know repaired her damage.
Efforts were made.
Oh, we're gonna need more boards.
Grum in pain. And it just rings in your ears as this colossal giant screams out at you. And it looks like it's almost 3 hours we've been at this. Time disappears fast. I thought we were at like an hour and a half. So I think this is a good place to stop. You have moved away from one Titanic disaster area and landed in the hand of another.
Go back. Let's just go back.
Turn it around. Let's go.
Put it in reverse.
Yeah, seriously.
Wrong direction.
Mistakes were made.
Yes. So you will start in your ship in the crushing hand of a Titan-like creature, screaming out about him being in pain when we begin next time.
All right.
And I just want to thank everybody for watching. Everybody, I'm having a fun time with this. This is a great adventure with some amazing people. I am loving it. So I'm looking forward to keeping it going. So take care, have an amazing day, and thank you for your support. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh.